Salams and welcome. Thank you for joining me in another episode of English reading of the Quran Basics for Beginners. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. In the name of God, most gracious, most merciful. O you who believe, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, give of the good things which you have honorably earned, and of the fruits of the earth which we have provided for you, and do not even aim at getting anything which is bad, in order that out of it you may give away something when you yourselves would not receive it except with closed eyes. What does that mean? It means, once again, we are reminding ourselves, let me just switch on the light on the side, we are reminding ourselves that Islam is very, very powerful and lays a great emphasis on social justice. Very, very important. This is the core cardinal principle of Islam, social justice combined with akhlaq. This is Islam, right? Akhlaq is the best of morals, manners, etiquette, integrity, right? And so on. You know all of that, right? Honesty and so on, right? The best of good manners. All of that is Islam. This is Islam, right? Islam means don't just focus on yourself. Islam is not a selfish religion. Islam says look after your fellow human beings. Help the poor. Help the orphans. Help the needy. Help the widows. Help those who are in debt. Help the wayfarer, the one who's lost, and so on and so on. Anyone is in need. Someone goes to hospital, they can't pay their bills, help them out. Someone needs cancer treatment, they don't have money for it, help them out. Someone needs money to pay their medical aid bills, help them out. Someone needs food on the table, help them out. Someone wants to send the kids to university to study, help them out. The mosque is calling you to ask for donations, help them out. There's people overseas who are struggling, help them out. Your neighbors are struggling, help them out. People need food for donation, for blankets, or maybe the winter drive, or they need food, there's hungry people, or they need to build a well in the middle of Africa somewhere, help them out, because that well is life-giving water. So anybody needs help, help them out, help them out, help them out, help them out. This is what Islam says. Islam says you cannot be stingy and live on yourself. Islam says, in what way are you making a difference in the lives of other people? Are you making a difference in someone else's lives, or are you so selfish that you're only concerned about yourself? You're only concerned about your own holidays, going to work. People wake up in the morning, they go to work, and then they go for holidays. They say, yeah, that's my job. I'm a good Muslim, or I'm a good human being. We don't worry about nobody else. This is not a good human being. A good human being means look around you. There is suffering. There is suffering in the world. In what way has your life, the very fact that you are walking and talking, in what way have you been a good human being? By helping the life of other people, by alleviating their suffering. And even if you don't have money, that's no excuse. Can you not pick up the phone or send someone a beautiful SMS to say, how are you today? Or a Jummah Mubarak message, or to say, I'm thinking of you, or I'm making prayers for you. There's so many words. Give a kind word. Give a kind word, and in this way you can make a change in the life of somebody else. But there's a very important thing here, that yes, all of this is very, very good. It's very, very noble. But the Quran says very, very importantly, and this is an important point. Okay, I've just missed some pages here. All of these pages are full. Let's look for a blank page. Right, the Quran, it says very, very importantly, your money. And this is the question you're going to be asked on the Day of Judgment. Remember, there's 5 questions on the Day of Judgment. Your life, what did you do with it? 1. 2, your youth, how did you spend it? Your knowledge, what did you do with your knowledge? And questions 4 and 5, that's 40% of your questions on the Day of Judgment. Nearly half your questions is about money. How did you earn your money? How did you spend your money? Now, all of those things we mentioned are very good because you can help make a difference in the lives of, of people. But your money must be halal. It must be earned honorably. You cannot collect interest and then take that money and give it to a mosque and say, yeah, mosque, yeah, go with that money. You cannot do that because that interest is not allowed for you. You cannot go to a bank store and rob a bank and then act like you're a multimillionaire and you go to a mosque and you say, hey, I'm giving you $1 million for your mosque. That money is not accepted in the eyes of God. You cannot defraud people. You cannot commit fraud and embezzlement and commit white collar crime where no one knows about it, but you have become a billionaire because you are wheeling and dealing. You are wheeling and dealing. You are harming people. You are doing bribery. And all of a sudden, you are a billionaire. You've got dollars, dollars, dollars coming out of your brains. And now you say you want to help the poor, the widows, and everyone. That's not acceptable. Because if that money has been earned with stain of blood on it, or if some people have been harmed through that earning that money, nobody wants your money, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not want your money. He does not need your money. It is better for you to give 5 rand, which is pure, than to give 5 million rand, which is contaminated. Huh? You can give 5 million rand, the people will praise you. But Allah will praise you for this 5 rand. Allah won't praise you for this. So are you interested in the praise of the people, or are you interested in the praise of your Creator? Rather give pure money instead of contaminated money. This is poison. This is poison. Who have you harmed? What deals have you done to become a billionaire? What tenders have you been involved in? What corruption have you been involved in to become this wealthy, wealthy, wealthy person, and you're pretending you're a somebody, but meanwhile you're a nobody? Man, sir, let's read that verse again as a belief. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu. Give of the good things which you have honorably earned, and of the fruits of the earth which we have produced for you. And do not even aim, don't even think about it, don't even go near it. Do not even aim at getting anything which is bad. Do we understand simple English? Do not even aim at getting anything which is bad, in order that out of it you may give away something when you yourselves would not receive it except with closed eyes. Yet we find youngsters doing cryptocurrency fraud and Ponzi schemes and pyramid schemes and financial schemes. For what? Because you want your latest Lamborghini and Porsche, and you want a Rolls Royce. Why? Because you want to drive a 3 Series BMW, so a number plate can say, be my wife, be my wife. And some people don't care how you earn their money. They say, hey, I don't care, as long as he's got the bucks, as long as he's got the bucks, we don't care. Well, on the day of judgment, that's going to be a very big question for you, because on the day of judgment, you're going to be asked, how did you earn that money and how did you spend that money? Are you prepared to answer those questions on the day of judgment, which nobody can escape? Absolutely nobody can escape that. Doesn't matter of your religion. And know that Allah is free of all ones and worthy of all praise. Allah doesn't want your contaminated money. If your money is contaminated, Allah got nothing to do with it. Even your halal money, Allah doesn't need your money. Allah needs nothing. Allah is telling you that if you become a person of social justice, and if you are helping the poor, the widows and orphans and so on, you're not helping Allah. You are helping yourself. You are purifying your own soul. So on the day of judgment, you can be in the good books. Allah needs nothing from you. Allah is the provider. He is self-subsisting, self-sustaining. He is Al-Hayyu Al-Qayyum. He has created the entire universe. He does not need you. He needs nobody. Everybody needs him. So don't for one moment think that you are such a good person and you are giving half of your money away to help everybody, that you are doing a favor to Allah. You're doing nobody a favor. Remove that arrogance and pride from your heart, mind, body, and soul. You are doing nobody a favor. You must make dua that Allah accepts it. Because even a great Nabi like Ibrahim alayhi salam or his son Ismail alayhi salam, when they built the Kaaba, what did they say? They knew that Allah commanded them to raise the foundations of the Kaaba, but once they had done it, what did they say? Ya Allah, accept this from us. Look how they say so beautifully, with humility, that Ya Allah, we are doing what you told us to do. We have raised the foundations of your sacred house, the Kaaba. Ya Allah, you are Ghafurur Rahim, you are the most merciful, Ya Rabbal Alameen. Oh Allah, accept this deed from us. And this is the conduct and akhlaq and etiquette that we must have as not only as Muslims, but as human beings and as South Africans. There are so many people suffering in our country, and we need to transform the society. We need to help people through social justice, because Islam talks about social justice. You cannot live in a cocoon. The evil one, Satan or Shaitan or the devil or Lucifer, the evil one, Iblis, threatens you with poverty and bids you to conduct unseemly. Say, hey, you run short of money here. Here's a lekker deal on the table. Hey, let's take that deal. Hey, it's a lekker quiet deal, man. Yeah, we're going to cheat some people. But don't worry, we'll give them 20 cents in a rand. Yeah, no, I got a good contact with the lawyers. Yeah, we'll just get the money. We'll pay them 20 cents in a rand. Yeah, then we're going to start again. We pull another job. Really? You want Shaitan to flow in your veins? Really? The evil one threatens you with poverty and bids you to conduct unseemly. Allah promises you His forgiveness and bounties, and Allah cares for all, and He knows all things. Allah knows how much money you got in your bank account. Allah knows that. Don't think Allah does not know. Allah knows if you are busy with a Ponzi scheme at the moment. Allah knows it. Allah knows if you are doing a cryptocurrency fraud and you want to harm the people. Allah knows it. You don't have to worry about FBI and CIA and all the police. You don't have to worry about it. Allah knows it already. And the Kiram and Katibin, the angels who are sitting on your shoulders, they know what secret deals you are doing. They know what investment schemes you are coming up with. You think you are clever? Allah is more clever than you. Nobody is more clever than Allah. One day, your evil is going to catch up with you. Your sins are going to catch up with you. And I'm appealing to our Gen Z, our youth. Our youth don't have sabr. They want everything today. I want my Porsche today. I want my BMW 3 Series today. I'm not interested in 3 years' time. I want it today. Hook, line, or sinker. I don't care how I get it, by hook or by crook. And that's a wrong concept. That's the Western notion. Are you a Westerner? Or are you an honorable, one of the outstanding human beings where Allah has chosen you to be a Muslim? Are you going to throw that back to Allah and say, no, you're not interested in that? How can you get a reward if you're not interested in being a good Muslim? It is shameful to see people who claim to be Muslims, who go to the masjid and yet are dealing in fraud and embezzlement, and then they sell used cars. Another big problem we have is used cars. You sell a used car. Let me give an example what some people do, and then they think they're becoming rich like that. You get used cars. Used cars, or it can even be you're going to send your car to the mechanic, right? Let's take some example. You send your car to the mechanic, and let's take an example of construction. These are 3 big problems we have in our society. Used cars. Now you bought a car. You're a used car dealer. There's your car. Well, it looks like a used car. This looks like a fraud used car. Doesn't matter. So now what you do? You say, hey, I got a lacquer mechanic. You know that odometer? He'll turn it backwards. So instead of 300,000 on the clock, hey, it'll only show 110,000. Or it'll only show 90,000. We'll say, no, it was an old lady who was driving that car. No, this car is a lacquer car. Now, by turning that odometer back, you are committing fraud. You are lying to the customer. You are lying to the customer. Do you think your money is halal? No, it's haram. You can give your money to your family, but you are giving your family contaminated money. You are buying haram money for your family. You are defrauding the people. Maybe there's a leak in the engine, the carburetor is broken, or this is broken, and you just quickly put it up, fix it up as chingam or a little bit bostic, and you say, no, it's laka, just drive it. And tomorrow, you know why this is very bad? Tomorrow, here's a family member who buys this car innocently. He's trusting you. He say, I trust that person. And meanwhile, he goes with his family. He goes on a holiday. And his car gets stuck on the highway. And the robbers come. They murder him. They rape his wife and family. You gonna collect the sins for that, because you, the rubbish fellow, who hid the problems in that car, you led this innocent family to have these problems. Because South Africa is a land of crime. And just because of that few rands, you are laughing and telling your friends, hey, I got a lacquer deal. I just tuned up that car and I sold it to the guys. Well, what happens after that? Once it leaves my showroom, is not my problem. I spoke to the Maulana. Maulana said, no, it's fine. Once you seal it, it's fine. Really, which Maulana did you speak to? Really? You think the Maulana is going to help you on the day of judgment? Meanwhile, this family is suffering because of your rubbish, your greed for money. Secondly, you have a mechanic. You send your car to the mechanic. And this, I'm not even talking about Muslims. Anybody. It happens all over South Africa. It happens all over the African continent. It happens all over the world. Yeah, I'm a person. I send my car for repairs. The car comes back. I don't know what they've done with that car. I don't know, really. Maybe he's taken out that battery and washed it, fixed up the cables, and put the same battery back. But he gives me a price tag for a new battery. And then he says, okay, I've changed A, I've changed B, I've changed C. Meanwhile, he's changed nothing. And then in the boot of my car, he puts old spare parts, which he got from some fraud spare, some metal scrap shop. And then he says, yeah, we changed 10, 20 parts there. It cost you 10,000 rand. But meanwhile, they only put 500 rand worth of parts in your car. Why are they deceiving the people? Because the people don't know what's going on. Then you have a plumber. You call a plumber. Hey, Mr. Plumber, come fix up my toilet. Meanwhile, it's a small valve, say it's for 100 rand. And the plumber knows exactly, this is only a 100 rand job. It'll take him 10 minutes to fix him up. But the plumber wants money because he knows we are stupid. You see, the homeowner is stupid and innocent. So he'll spend the whole day there. He'll dismantle that entire toilet pot, which is not necessary. Then at the end of the day, he'll say, yeah, it's a complicated problem. I'll come back tomorrow. I'll have to buy spare parts. Meanwhile, he goes to the shop. He buys a spare part for 100 rand. He comes back the next day. He charges you 3,000 rand or 5,000 rand. Do you think that's a good plumber? That's a rubbish plumber as far as I'm concerned. And then you get construction. You get some people, you don't know what is going on in that bricks. Maybe they're supplying you rubbish bricks, or maybe they're supplying you rubbish concrete. Maybe your concrete is supposed to be 3 sand, 1 cement. Maybe they're putting 5 sand and 1 cement. So this is cheap line. They want to save money, cheap line. But meanwhile, they charge you an arm and the leg for your house, and then 5 years later you find the whole house breaking down. Why? Because it was used with rubbish material. They charge you A plus A grade prices, but they give you D grade material. That's the problem we've got in humanity. People want to take shortcuts. But God most merciful is saying, don't do that. Please, Mensa, all of us South Africans, let's stop cheating one another. We must stop cheating one another. It's not nice. Because God most merciful is saying, if you are a believer, if you are a good person, Give of the good things which you have honorably earned, and of the fruits of the earth which we have produced for you, and do not even aim at getting anything which is bad, in order that out of it you may give away something when you yourselves would not even receive it. Stay well, look after yourself. Alhamdulillah.